Hi. It's been a while since I did a Dragon Ball discussion, but I really wanted to make this video because it's a topic I've thought about for a long time. Honestly, ever since I think even Resurrection F started, I kind of have this in the back of my head going, how would I write this differently? Um, but yeah, anyway, let's get down to it. So, after Battle of Gods, I felt like the Dragon Ball franchise went in a direction that could have been a lot better, honestly. And I want to talk about that in this video. Okay, so what made Battle of Gods so interesting to me, right, was that obviously you had new entertaining characters like Beerus and Whis, but the god concept, the concept of these 12 other gods of destruction that are like above the gods we've seen so far, um, that are like these I guess chaotic neutral would be the best word to describe them because, the gods of destruction, they kill, but they do it because it's their job, right? That was so interesting to me, and I wanted to see that expanded on as the series progressed. Uh, but I feel like we didn't. I mean, yeah, we have like Dragon Ball Super and stuff, which I'll get to that in a second, but we we didn't really get that, at least not as soon as I would have liked, or as soon as we could have gotten it. Let me explain. So in Resurrection F, obviously after Battle of Gods, there's Resurrection F, right? Frieza comes back, starts shit, gets a new form, and then Goku kills him at the end. And Beerus and Whis show up, not really very important to the plot, but just there for comic relief, right? See, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have made the next movie after Battle of Gods a movie about Frieza, because that felt like kind of out of left field to me. That kind of felt like it felt like, okay, we're going in a direction with this whole God concept, and now it's, oh, by the way, Frieza's coming back. It doesn't fit. It didn't feel like if you, it didn't feel like the right timing to make a move like that, if that makes sense. I would have written just a straight up sequel to Battle of Gods, like Battle of Gods 2, and how I would write that, I would expand on the other gods of destruction, because they were first mentioned in Battle of Gods. It was mentioned, I think, after the fight with Goku and Beerus, that there were 12 other gods of destructions in different universes, right? I would make Battle of Gods 2 centered around that, and maybe have it be like have a plot line be like this war is going on between these other gods of destructions and between these other universes, and the war starts over something really silly and ridiculous, like obviously there's Beerus, you know, wrecking shit because in Battle of Gods, because Majin Buu ate his pudding cups. Like, I would have it be like that, like this interdimensional war between gods of destructions happened because there was a party going on, and one god ate this other god's meal or whatever, and it was just something really silly and ridiculous. It was kind of like the typical Dragon Ball humor that you would expect from the series. Um, but have that be like the center of a story. Like, have it be like maybe like Beerus and Whis travel to Earth again, and they like recruit Goku and Vegeta, and maybe even Piccolo too, or Gohan and all the other Z fighters, because like why not include them too? It's like uh, to help fight in this war, right? Because they need like all hands on deck. They need as much help as they can get, and the war goes on, and but the whole, basically like the whole premise of a movie is this war, right? Of course, we get more funny interactions between Beerus and Whis, and we get to see the Z fighters train with each other. I would include a lot more involvement with the minor characters, like I mentioned, Piccolo and Gohan. I think it would have been cool to get like a Super Namekian God transformation. I don't know how well that would fit in this hypothetical movie I would write, but maybe at some point we could include that as well. Yeah, major Piccolo fanboy, you can tell. But anyway, that aside. So have Battle of Gods 2 be about the other gods of destruction, have it be like this war going on, and have it end on a cliffhanger, right? a cliffhanger that segues into a Battle of Gods 3. Like maybe there's something happens and a war doesn't end. The war is still going on. They just they've delayed the destruction, but they delayed the continued destruction of the universes for now. Goku and the Z Fighters have. And one thing I would do, that I think Dragon Ball Super actually did, but I kind of appreciated, one thing I would also do is I would make this cliffhanger, the fact that the war is not over yet, I would use that as fuel for why Goku would leave with Oob at the end of Dragon Ball Z. Again, like I said, I think Dragon Ball Super did something like this. They gave Goku a better reason for leaving with Oob at the end of a series. I think Masako X made a video about that a while ago. I don't know. I honestly don't keep up with Dragon Ball Super enough nowadays because I've just grown very disillusioned with the direction of that series, and but anyway, I would do something like that, like have Goku want to train Oob not just because, oh hey, I want to have fun and train and all that, but because he sees potential in Oob, and of course he's a reincarnation of Majin Buu. Like, why wouldn't he have potential? And then have him train Oob as, in case something happens to Goku and he can't be there to save the universe when the war inevitably, comes back. And I know I'm leaving a lot of stuff open. Like, obviously there's a lot of details that would have to be worked out for this to be believable, but this is just a general outline of how I would write a series as after Battle of Gods. So one thing I would do. Oh, also one thing I would do that I think might be a little controversial to some people. I would keep Bardock's backstory the same as it was in Dragon Ball. Bardock, the father of Goku. Or actually, no. Let me rephrase that. I would keep it the same. I would still keep Ginye as a character. I would explain. I would probably, if I were Toriyama, I might write, Dragon Ball Minus in a way that doesn't directly contradict the father of Goku storyline, because the retcon wasn't really necessary. It was already established lore. It was very much established lore in the Dragon Ball universe that was how Bardock died, right? There was even a manga panel that showed Bardock dying exactly as he did in that TV special, so it didn't make much sense. I would write Dragon Ball Minus be like, maybe before, but I would have it take place before the events of a TV special, if that makes sense. I'd be like, hey, here's Ginye, here's Bardock just, wrecking shit with his team, and it's the same team from the TV special. Comes home to Ginye every night, and just make sure it meshes in with a pre-established war. So there's that. Okay. Here's the really controversial thing I would do. I probably would not write Dragon Ball Super as a series. Like this new Dragon Ball TV series, rather than have Dragon Ball have this new TV series, I would just stick to movies. I would probably just make it like a trilogy of movies, like the Battle of Gods 1, 2, and 3. Because I feel like that's a good way to continue the series and expand on the lore of the series without making it feel like you're milking it. And honestly, a lot of the stuff in Dragon Ball Super, it did feel like kind of like fan servicey. Like literally the first two arcs were just retellings of the movies, and then you had like the tournament would introduce Kaba and everything, and that was cool. And then you had Future Trunks, and bringing back Future Trunks just felt like, again, like that whole Zamasu Future Trunks arc is just, I really don't like it at all. Like, you're literally just rehashing the same destroyed future plot line from Dragon Ball Z, which there was no reason to bring back Future Trunks at all. His story arc was complete in Dragon Ball Z, so I would not bring him back at all. I'd just be like, except maybe to I don't know, maybe to show like, hey, here's future Trunks, and he's enjoying his time because everything is at peace, and maybe I'd have a scene like that, but no, like I really didn't like how they wrote in Future Trunks in Dragon Ball Super, especially since I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, he like his whole timeline gets destroyed at the end. Like fuck that, I'm not gonna write that in. Like no, that's not no. Broly 2, okay. Even though I did like the Broly movie, and you can see that in my review, but that also felt, not gonna lie, that did feel like more fan service. I don't know if I would make another movie dedicated to Broly again. Like I just want to keep with the whole gods theme, the Battle of Gods, the theme, the oh God, what is it? The premise, I guess you could say, that Battle of Gods was going for. But yeah, so Battle of Gods and Battle of Gods 2 taking place like before the end of Z, Battle of Gods 3 taking place after the end of Z with Goku and with an Oob that's more a more seasoned fighter, kind of like the Oob you see in Dragon Ball GT, where he's like he's more he's his own man now. He's very strong. He's powerful, and in Battle of Gods 3, like that's where I would have like the war continue. Like maybe the gods of destruction decided to wreck shit again, or their activity has reached into Goku's universe again. Like there was like some destruction going on, and that was the act of the gods in this war. I hope I'm making sense. Um, and this is where this is where I would bring back the villains. I would possibly bring back Frieza, Broly. This is where I would bring back and Cell too. Like I would have it be like this war is just on such a grand scale, on it's such a huge deal that literally they need all the Goku and the Z fighters need all hands on deck right now, and they're gonna bring back Frieza, Cell, and Majin Buu. No, not Majin. Well, could they bring back Majin Buu? I don't know. He was reincarnated. I don't think he would be in hell. No, because he was reincarnated. Frieza, Cell, Broly. You could bring back these villains in a way that doesn't feel like just pointless fan service, in a way that's actually integral to the plot. Like that it can also and Dragon Ball Super did do this kind of with like Frieza coming back for the Tournament of Power. I would do that with Frieza too, and these other villains. Have it be like a really shaky alliance. Obviously Frieza, Cell, and Broly are like, "I'll kill you when this is over." To Goku and everyone else. Have Oob kind of be like, "Who the fuck are these people?" So they fight. They fight this war with these other gods of destruction, alongside Beerus and Whis, and other gods who are like on their side, I suppose. They win the war, and the villains retreat to hell because they just like it there better than they like it on Earth. Or the villains try to kill Goku at the end, and Goku like one shots them and then sends them back to hell, something like that. And so yeah, that's basically how I would write Dragon Ball after Battle of Gods. I would write 2 successive Battle of Gods movies. Battle of Gods 1 and 2 taking place before the end of Z, Battle of Gods 3 taking place afterwards, expanding on this interdimensional war between gods of destruction. I would I would have loved to see it develop that way. And again, not hitting it like if you like the direction Dragon Ball took after Battle of Gods, more power to you. Not judging you, but this is just my opinion. I really felt like the series had much better potential story-wise than what we got in in Resurrection F and Super and everything that came after that. But yeah, no, that's how I would write post Battle of Gods Dragon Ball. Do you agree? Disagree? Feel free to leave your comments below. Peace. Have a nice Memorial Day weekend.